Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, then welcome. My name is Christina, and on my channel we talk all things beauty from my own experiences. So before you go, make sure to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and leave any comments that you have for me down below. As you guys may or may not know, I have been loving Asian skincare, and I started using it and kind of exploring it about a year or two, and I've really committed myself to delve in, and I've realized that there are so many kind of parallel products to Western products in completely different price points or formulations. Maybe they do the same things and they end up kind of being like dupes. So what I wanted to do today is kind of show you guys a couple of dupes that I have found within Asian skincare that's also available in Western brands as well. And there are massive similarities for massive price point differences. It's kind of shocking. I think that if you're more of a novice in Asian skincare, you don't really know where to start. Maybe it's just a little bit overwhelming, and trust me, I get it. I've been there. This would be a great video for you to start at because you can compare it to formulas that you may have tried already, or also if you are more advanced within Asian skincare, this might be a fun video for you to kind of compare. Maybe you've tried these products and maybe you want to just expand your inventory of Asian skincare. This video is in partnership with Yesstyle, and they did let me pick out some products for this video and test them out and try them out. A handful of these products I have been using for months and months now, and a lot of these products I've had for a while as well. So I feel like I have a really good grasp on the formulations and the way that they react with my skin and all that good stuff. And I also have a really fun makeup one as well, so that's going to be towards the end of the video. So without further ado, let's get started. We're going to start off with an oil cleanser, and I love using oil cleansers and cleansing balms to remove my makeup at the end of the day. Even if I'm not wearing makeup, if I'm just wearing sunscreen, it's really nice to double cleanse. I always double cleanse because I just feel like it gets my skin properly clean, I guess, and ready for all of my skincare at the end of the night. I feel like I've seen massive differences when I do double cleanse and when I don't double cleanse. I just feel a lot more clean whenever I double cleanse my face. This oil cleanser is from PURITO. It's the From Green Cleansing Oil. It does have 5 natural nutritive oils, and it's supposed to be good for all skin types. I do have combination normal to oily skin, and I do have pretty acne prone skin currently, but I love oil cleansers. I don't find that they clog the pores. They wash off really nicely. And if you've been nervous about using cleansing oils or just facial oils in general because you do tend to have more oily skin, I do encourage you to try it out because it can kind of balance out your oils. Your body thinks that you need to produce more oils because maybe you have an imbalance in your skin, or maybe your skin's dehydrated. By using oils in your skin, even in an oil cleanser, it does kind of help to balance those oils. This retails for $17.33. There's 200 milliliters within this, so it's roughly 7 fluid ounces, and this is an amazing dupe for the Caudalie Vino cleansing oil. That one does retail for $30, and there's 150 milliliters. So this one is actually just a tiny bit bigger than that one for almost half the price. These cleansing oils go onto the skin almost like a dry oil. Whenever you use a cleansing oil, you want to just pump it into your dry palms, put your palms together and just massage it into the skin, really break up all of that dirt, sunscreen, makeup, anything that you may have within your skin. And then what you want to do is add a little bit of water and continue to massage it, and you'll see that the cleansing oil will kind of turn into this milky texture, and it emulsifies, and it allows you to really get in there and then wash it off. There's no residue. I really love cleansing oils that don't leave any sort of residue on my skin, and this one does not do that. I feel like it's a very, very lightweight oil. I don't feel like I have a film after I wash it off, and it just feels like it takes off almost all of the makeup on my skin. This, as well as the Caudalie oil cleanser, they both have sweet almond oil, grapeseed oil, and sunflower oil. So those are the main oils that really break up the like everything on your skin. They're both super lightweight. They both emulsify like the same amount. I don't currently have the Caudalie one with me. It pretty much looks exactly the same when it comes to cleansing oils. I am almost done with mine. I mean, I've been using this one for a couple months now and I really love it. I feel like it doesn't irritate the skin, it doesn't strip the skin, and it really prepares me for my second cleanse. The next product I have is this MISSHA Time Revolution Essence. Does this look familiar? Does it look like another essence that we have here in America? This one, you guys, is just like the SK2 essence. I was super shocked whenever I started using this. I was like, oh my gosh, wait, I know this, like I know this feeling, I know this texture, and I looked it up and they basically do the same thing, guys. This is $28.88 currently on Yesstyle for 150 ml. And the SK2 facial essence, that one for 160 ml is $99. So very large difference in price, first of all. Now this does utilize fermented essence, and that is the main ingredient. It does use fermentation in order to help with hyperpigmentation, uneven skin tone. It helps with fine lines and wrinkles, even deep set wrinkles, and just helps with elasticity. This is a great product if you're wanting to do something preventative for the skin and you have a little bit more of like mature aging and damaged skin. It's also very hydrating, and typically they are because they do mainly come in a very liquidy, very watery texture, and I really like that. I feel like it allows my skin to absorb it really nicely before going in with thicker types of formulas like my serums, you know, and my moisturizers and all of that. So I also don't have the SK2 essence because one, it's super expensive, and the bottles I have had, they're just like, they've been small ones because I can't commit to the full size one because it's just way too expensive. If you're familiar with the SK2 essence, that one uses PERIPERA ferment. I find that fermentation within skincare is really effective whenever you're trying to help with a damaged skin barrier, or you have a lot of like just damage in general within your skin that you're trying to reverse. It's really great for that, but it also helps to protect the skin. And I find that this one, like I said, the texture is identical, and the way that it absorbs into the skin, it feels about the same. I mean, it gives you a little bit of a hydrated look on the skin, and it helps to replenish the skin after cleansing and then getting it ready for serums and everything. Based on reviews that I've read on this specific product, people that have used it for a couple months pretty much have the same exact like results as people that use the SK2 essence for the same amount of time. I definitely think this is worth picking up. I think it's worth trying out. If you're a big fan of the SK2 essence, I think that this one would be a great one to pick up if you're looking for something that will be a little bit more cost effective. But we're going into serums. So this is the NEOGEN Real Ferment Micro Serum, and this one actually, with the ingredients and the effect and like what they help with, is pretty much a direct dupe to the Lancome Genifique Advanced Genifique Youth Activating Concentrate. I just have a baby one. I actually got this as a reward from Sephora a couple months ago, so I've been like trying it out and playing with it. So you'll see from the actual footage that I have, the textures of these two are very different actually. The NEOGEN does tend to be a little bit thicker. It's more of a creamy texture, while the Lancome one is more of a runny serum. It's a little bit more translucent, and it does tend to run down the hand, you know, unlike the NEOGEN one that kind of stays put. And if you do tend to have more dry skin, this may be a good thing for you. If you have more oily skin, I'm not quite sure, but for me, I think that it works really well either way. They do dry down about the same, like they feel the same on the skin for me. So the NEOGEN one does retail for $21.75. I'm reading this right now off of Yesstyle. It's 30 mils, and for the same size, not this one, but for 30 mils, the Lancome one is $88. So a pretty big price difference again. These both utilize very similar ingredients. So they both have hyaluronic acid, vitamin C, and prebiotics. And actually, they both use the same sort of fermentation, which is really interesting. They both have bifida ferment lysate. It's the first ingredient in the NEOGEN one, and it's actually the second ingredient in the Lancome one after water. So my assumption is that the fermentation in the NEOGEN one is stronger since it is that first ingredient versus the Lancome one, which may be a little bit diluted with water. Now, you know, who's to say that the levels of fermentation in this isn't stronger and it needs the water to kind of tone it down a little bit? Maybe it's the same amount of fermentation. We don't necessarily know, but I will say that I do feel like I see very large differences in my skin whenever I use this. I feel like my skin just feels more plump and it feels a little bit more firm whenever I'm using this. And also I feel like in conjunction with using vitamin C within my skincare regimen, this as well as the vitamin C, I feel like has helped a lot with my hyperpigmentation, my scarring, and like my uneven skin tone. I really enjoy this as a standalone product, not even as a dupe to the Lancome one. For sure going to continue to repurchase this because I just feel like it's really great for preventative when it comes to aging skin and just keeping the skin really healthy and just making sure that skin barrier stays strong. This next product is a moisturizer, and it is the HEIMISH Watermelon Moisture Soothing Gel Cream. Now, I'm sure you guys can already assume which brand and product I'm gonna compare this to. So this is very similar to the Glow Recipe Watermelon Moisturizer, the oil-free one, and this one is $24 for 110 ml, while the Glow Recipe one is $39 for 95 ml, so just slightly smaller. But this one does come in a jar versus the moisturizer from Glow Recipe, which is like a little pump out. Now, I love the Glow Recipe one. I don't currently have that, but that one is such a good moisturizer, especially if you have oily skin. It doesn't feel heavy. It absorbs into the skin really nicely, smells slightly like watermelon, and it just layers really great with other skincare products. And this one works in the same exact way. I will say that this does feel slightly more hydrating, but it doesn't seem to clog my pores or feel heavy throughout the day on my skin. I do have to use a little bit less, but actually I like that because then I don't need to use as much product, so I feel like I'm getting a lot more bang for my buck, I guess. The HEIMISH one doesn't smell like watermelon. It's fragrance free. So if you do tend to be a little bit more reactive to fragrance in your skincare, this would be a good option for you. It might be a little bit more gentle. So the obvious similarities, they're both gel creams. They both utilize watermelon extract to help hydrate the skin and make sure that it's protected. Once you spread it out, even though the HEIMISH one is a little bit thicker, if you use a little bit less product and then you spread it out, feels exactly like the Glow Recipe one. They both feel really cooling. They both feel a little soothing on the skin, and they layer really nicely with other skincare products. I think if you have oily skin, maybe like from normal to oily skin, this would be an amazing everyday day moisturizer. It might be thick enough to be a night moisturizer for some people, but if you do have dry skin and you find that the Glow Recipe one may not be hydrating enough, maybe try this out and see if it's a little bit more hydrating. But I just love a gel cream because I feel like it works the best on my skin type. I am so shocked by this one and the dupe that I found for this. This is the NUMBUZIN No. 3 Skin Softening Serum. I think it's NUMBUZIN or NUMBUZIN. I can't be sure exactly the pronunciation. I'm sorry. I've heard it different ways. This is, like I said, a skin softening serum, and also it's a fermented serum, so another fermentation ingredient list here. So not only is this a dupe for the SK2 essence, again because of the ingredients list, not necessarily the texture of it and like the form of it. The SK2 essence one is an essence while this one is a serum. This one is a dupe for the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair Serum. Are you shocked? Because I was really shocked when I was doing research on this. So this one is $18.20 currently on Yesstyle for 50 ml, and the Estee Lauder for 50 ml is $125. I couldn't wrap my mind around this concept that they have the same ingredient list essentially when it comes to active ingredients. The strongest ingredients that are going to be within your skincare product are going to be the first, I would say, like 5 to 10 ingredients. Now, this one again has bifida ferment lysate in it. So does the Estee Lauder one. So does the SK2 Essence. The NUMBUZIN one, the first 5 ingredients, I believe, are active ingredients, and then it's followed by water, while the Estee Lauder one starts with water and then the fermented products or the fermented ingredients. I think that this by itself, again, as just a regular serum, not comparing it to anything, is really amazing. It's super, super popular in Asia currently. Like, everyone that I've seen that like uses Asian skincare really love this product because of the benefits to the skin. Again, it's a skin barrier strengthener, and it helps with fine lines, it helps with wrinkles, it helps with hydration. It also contains some niacinamide in there, so it'll help with controlling your excess oils. I'm going to continue repurchasing this. I think it's amazing, and also just kind of like knowing the difference in price point but the similarity in formulation, it feels like almost like a secret, you know what I mean? But I'm telling you guys here so you can benefit from it as well. And now my last dupe, which is actually a makeup dupe. They are I always get the names wrong, the PERIPERA Ink Mood Glowy Tints. I have 3 of these, and it's a quickly growing collection because I love this formulation so much. I have number 11 on right now on my lips. They are exact, and I'm saying exact, dupes to the Rare Beauty lip oils. So if you guys are into makeup at all, you probably are familiar with the Rare Beauty lip oils. They kind of took over. They became really viral when they first came out, and they were sold out for such a long time. These retail for $20 at Sephora and Rare Beauty's website, while these retail for $7.50. I mean, really big price point difference. And I'm telling you guys, I was like, the texture of them, I was like, man, these feel exactly like the Rare Beauty ones, because I had tried these first, and then I tried the PERIPERA ones, and I was like, oh my gosh, the texture of this is so similar to the Rare Beauty ones. And I compared the ingredient list, you guys, ingredient to ingredient, even in the same order, they're the same exact thing. I almost feel like the PERIPERA ones though last a little bit longer when it comes to the glossy oil texture versus the Rare Beauty one. I feel like the Rare Beauty does kind of fade on my lips a little bit quicker, and then it hits that stain look faster. So they both have that same gel to oil formula. So what I mean by that is when you apply to the lips, it kind of feels a little bit thin like a gel. And as you continue to put it on your lips, it turns into more of an oil formulation. They both start as a lighter tint than the actual color. So once you continue to build it and apply it on the lips, it does turn into its truer color form. So once you put it on your lips, if you wanted to wipe it away right away, you could, and you'd be left with a really soft stain, or you could wear it as an oil or a glossy lip stain, you know, and then let it just naturally fade. Both of them work the same way. I don't find one is more moisturizing than the other. If anything, I want to say that the PERIPERA ones feel a little bit more moisturizing, but again, I think that it might be because it does stay more of an oil form before it like fades away into a lip stain. And I'm telling you guys, the first 8 to 10 ingredients, like ingredient to ingredient in the same order, exact same. And these are made in Korea, if you were not aware. The Rare Beauty ones are made in Korea. This is a Korean skincare product or makeup product, I'm sorry. I think that it's really cool that Rare Beauty brought an Asian inspired type of formulation when it comes to a lip product to America and like to Western culture, you know? And it felt so mind-blowing because we really didn't have anything like it. Please check out the PERIPERA ones. They are incredible. They last all day on me. All the colors are very different on the lips. I think they're great, and I'm gonna continue to purchase them because I'm addicted to these. All right guys, that wraps up all my dupes for Asian skincare versus Western skincare. I hope that you found it helpful. I hope you found it informative. It's nice to know that there are alternatives. Maybe you're looking for something a little more cost effective. Maybe you just really love Asian skincare, or again, maybe you're trying to branch out and you're familiar with the Western one and you want to try something that is of like Asian skincare, you know? I really do hope that it helps you guys. If you want to shop any of these products, I will be linking it down below for you. And again, thank you so much to Yesstyle for allowing me to pick out these products to try out and find some dupes for. This is really fun. If you guys enjoy videos like this, please let me know in the comments down below. I feel like it just makes Asian skincare a little bit more approachable. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you found it enjoyable. And if you did, please make sure to like like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this one, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!